What's going on, everyone? I hope you guys are all doing wonderful out there. This is Rocky. I just wanted to come at you real quick about some of the things that are going on in our country. Who am I to be talking about this stuff? I mean, we're talking about race and politics. Who the heck is this guy talking about anything? Well, I'm a DJ. I love music. I'm an enthusiast of music. I love vinyl. I love the old school. I love the new school. I love, a little bit of in between and everything else. I love implementing all the good qualities of music. Now, there has been a lot of negativity in this world. I mean, I don't need to consistently go over it and beat it into your head. And that's not what I'm here for. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not gonna be tagging in this video. Excuse me. I'm not gonna edit this video. I want it to be raw, so I'm not gonna edit that burp. But I'm not going to be tagging in this video anything that has to do with these tragedies that have been going on. And I'm not going to mention names or sites or anything like that of that nature. But what I am going to talk about is how we as DJs, or just you, a music enthusiast, a lover of music, can look at music as a platform to heal yourself, or possibly sway the masses. If you're a DJ, maybe kind of lean them into a more positive direction. Now, so with that said, this is probably where I'd be cutting and thinking about what I'm going to say next, and then just go ahead and record. But I'm not. I want this to be raw, so I'm going to fumble around a little bit. I'm sorry if I say a lot. I find myself to say whatnot for some reason. I don't know why. I'll probably do another video on that on my other channel. But anyways, I wanted to come at you. It was important to me when I thought about this topic. I kept thinking about this last night, and it was music related as I was trying to go to sleep. And I woke up this morning, and it's still kind of morning. The caffeine is kicking me right now. But I looked up online, I just Googled, and I simply said, can music make you aggressive? Okay. And the first thing that comes up in my search was an LA Weekly article that says, "Can listening to aggressive music make you an aggressive person?" This was actually back in about 2011, and the person that actually wrote the article was Christina Benson. Okay, so I just read it, and I'm just going to put this down over here, and I'm just going to tell you what I just read, not the whole story to waste your time, but I'm going to go over some of the very key points that maybe you can take away from this video. Think about you're probably a DJ, you're probably a lover of music of somehow, or you can maybe give some suggestions out there to a DJ that you can probably see that needs probably some good suggestions at the booth. So with that said, and if you do, don't constantly pester the DJ, okay? Just give a request and go. Now, what the article basically said is, there was actually first one study which led him to another study. So first, the main study is, does music make you aggressive? The study that they found was, and they use a good chunk of people, I can't recall the numbers, and these were all psychologists that were performing the study. And behavioral therapists and whatnot. Actually, here I go again saying whatnot. So they basically had chose several different demographics, mainly looking at age groups. The main focus was they put a different pile of people in here, and it was all different race and cultures and whatnot. And there was a large a large group of youth, okay? And then they had this group over here. It was a large group of the older people, just older people in general. And what they did is they asked, several basic questions. The most important one was, does music make you aggressive? Majority of the youth had said, no, music does not make aggressive. And the ones that were very adamant about it and pushing the topic of no, absolutely not making music does not make you aggressive, were they kind of like said, they didn't really want to pay attention to that because they were youth, they were young, they were in their teens, younger people than that, before they're tweens and stuff. But if you think about it, they probably were onto something. We probably should be listening to our youth just a little bit. And then they moved over into the elderly people, or the older group, age group, and they asked them. There were more so of a split of yes, it will make you aggressive, and no, it won't make you aggressive. But there was more of a lean to no, it will not make you aggressive. It was more like your upbringing, your lifestyle, and everything like that. Now let's go back to the youth. They said majority of the group was absolutely no, it's not going to make you aggressive. And first thought, you think, the kid's like, no, mom, that's okay, it's good for me. No, dad, it's fine, I'll be okay. Type of topic, that you have with your kids, or you may have with your mom and dad. But when they dug a little deeper into this specific group, they actually went back and they dug a little deeper and they asked more questions. They found out that there was a pattern of maybe they said that find this aggressive music actually calms them down. And it was more so the ones that were aggressive at nature, or brought up aggressive, or just were a little bit more angry or had chip on their shoulder, tend to have a little bit of a rough edge around them. Now, if you think about that, you see your friend or your partner, your brother, beating out with his headphones, and he's just like, boom, 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 and he may be rapping, or he's like, yeah, and he's beating out, and you know what? He's in his zone. He's healing himself. He's getting that aggression out. He may be rapping about something, and he's just getting it all out. That's self-healing in itself, if you think about it. There is two sides, yes, and I understand that. But if you really think about that, he's like letting the pain out. The pain has to go somewhere. The pain is a specific element. It is, okay? It's not a feeling that you feel. Yeah, it is. It's a feeling. It comes in you, and it depends on you and how strong you are, whether you can put it out of you. All anger will come in, but it's up to you to how you distribute it or keep it. So that's their way of getting it out, letting it go. They're just and when they're done, it's like, I got that all out, you know what I'm saying? And just move along with your life. And here's where parents come in, and I think this is really important, and this is a little bit of me here. So you're welcome to go ahead and comment down below, tell me if I'm wrong, give me some constructive criticism. Don't hate too much, but if you do like this video, go ahead and hit like, and you can subscribe, and I'll be talking more topics about this later on. But here's where the parents come in. It's up to the parents to take responsibility, to make sure that they mold these children to be, healthy, productive, loving citizens of society. However they fit, that should be, okay? And I'm saying citizens as a whole. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what color you at, what's your language barriers, and this and that. Matter of fact, I'll tell you right now, I'm just going to tell you a little secret about me. I love accents. I love them. So anyways, basically, that's up to the parents, because then they implemented it. They brought up a good, healthy-minded, healthy, emotional, balanced kid that is self-healing himself. And when he just puts it down, he goes into his life, and he walks that path of positive and doing better and succeeding and lifting his head and being proud of who he is, what color of skin he is, no matter where he comes from or she comes from, and doing life right and just being a soldier of life. Okay? That's where the parenting would come in. That's where your child can self-heal himself in this particular way. And it's okay, because you did all the right things to mold them to make sure that they can come out the other side a better person. Now, let's look at the oldest group. The oldest group was basically, again, I don't want to cut this, guys. I'm sorry I'm taking too long. I'm keeping an eye on the time here. The oldest group was a kind of split, but they were majority leaning towards, no, it's not going to make you aggressive. Not at all, it's really upbringing and this and that. Were they right? Absolutely right. Now, the ones that were strongly adamant about absolutely not, no way, no possible way, were the ones that were walking the straight and narrow in life. And you can define that however you want to. I mean, basically, just brought up in a little bit more upper class, and just a better environment, healthier and more productive environment than most of society. Okay, and those were the ones. They did a little bit more study on those, just like they did a little bit more study on the youth and where this particular group is coming from, the majority. And they did a little bit more study on this group, the majority. Those are the ones that had those lifestyles, okay, that just a little bit more better lifestyle. And where that came from, oh man, I don't want to cut this. I just lost my train of thought, guys. Basically, when they dug into it a little bit more and they did some studies on those specific types of people, they found out that those were the ones who were majority or more prone to snapping and doing something crazy and snapping. And if you look at it, there's been a talk in the news, and I've personally, I've lived in San Francisco Bay Area, born and raised there, and I've seen people that I've worked and played and danced and DJ'd and went to school alongside with millionaires at times, and it wasn't not common to not see like a celebrity here or there on a daily, depending on where you were at. But it was the ones that had a higher degree of education, a better upbringing, that reached a CEO level or higher in the company, that suddenly lost it all, were the ones that were on the news for mass murders, suicide, killing their family. And that is something to think about. So there's a balance that these folks are not clicking with. And there's a balance that these youth probably get a little bit more understanding with. I'm not condoning for you to go listen to aggressive, loud, and negative music. As a matter of fact, to trump this entire topic, okay, what I'm saying is listen to positive music. It could be aggressive positive music. There is. Or it can be, calm, relaxing, positive music. But positive. Verbally, the words must remain positive. The sounds, that's up to you, your balance of life. And just to kind of get a little bit more into what the group, the psychologists and whatnot, that were choosing what music was specifically going to be known as aggressive or not, this topic was more so on sounds. They did dabble a little bit into the words or the actual words of music, but it wasn't so much so because there's too many other options or too many other things that kind of fell into place that would mess up their study. They specifically were looking at sounds. And the type of sounds that they considered to be more aggressive were the ones that activated and detoured the mind, in too many different directions all at once. And basically those, just to kind of narrow it up, it was the ones that had the most elements within a short amount of time within that song. Okay, so it was the one with the most elements of sound within the short amount of time. That's what they considered more aggressive, angrier type of music, loud music, crazy music, wild music, whatever you want to call it. So I hope this kind of helped. Let's end with the DJs real quick and just kind of talk to you real quick. If you're out there DJing for the masses, take advantage of your responsibility. Take advantage of your power. You don't have the ultimate power, okay? But you do have the power to carry the mood on the dance floor. And whether you're in the club scene, which I have the right to talk about, or you're a mobile DJ at a wedding, or what have you, or any specific event, take the initiative, take control. It could be that boom, boom, tsh, boom, boom, tsh. It could be like that. It could be boom, 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 boom. It could be, any jazz, house. It could be hip hop. It could be, whatever you want to call the kids. Given these different categories these days. I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 when I was growing up. But whatever it is, but keep it positive, verbally positive. Okay, verbally positive. And remember, if you're in a specific group where you know that you're going to take, carry this mood to a more aggressive state, if you're in that underground type of club and it's boom is bumping and the ladies are hopping and looking good, that's great. That's great. At DJs, you're doing your job. Pound them. Get them on the dance floor. That's what's up. Make that club popping. But remember, you can carry the message positively. Okay? It does not always have to be shit like that. If you want to, that's on you. But me, I'm not doing it. I hope you guys took a little bit something from this. This is a little bit of me on this channel, and there's actually a lot more of me that comes out, which will be coming up on my new channel. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be debuting my new channel on this channel and letting you guys know yet, because there has been viewed as, I think there's a lot of topics that may be controversial and kind of go against wedding DJs, and it's just really, it's not, and I don't say it like to wedding DJs out there, you guys, I mean for myself. It's really about me, because I went through a divorce, and you can't be talking about divorce on a mobile DJ, a wedding DJ's channel. Okay, it's just common sense. Okay, you can't. So I don't. That's why I don't tell you. But on my other channel I will, and that's why I'm not sure if I'm going to debut it on here or what platform I will be debuted on. We'll see. With the ending of this, I'm sorry I kept you guys so long. Look for the next clip video. I'm about to talk about the free lights. Thank you so much for watching. Love and respect all people and all things living. This is DJ Rocky. Take care. Bye.